Walter White, the main character in Breaking Bad, we're not supposed to love such a person. He kill lots of people, he deal drugs, and make drug himself just because he want to leave some money for the family. Or imagine in a social setting, you met someone who are a lawyer defending criminals and serial killers. And on the side, he have a side hustle selling one-time use phone so he can help the criminals avoid get caught by the police. And that person I just talking about is the lawyer of Better Call Saul. People even have a better reaction to Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad. And you may think this we fall in love with the person with a flaw and person with a flaw is so charismatic. It only exists in TV show. But in reality, if you look around, you often see person, very attractive, very good person, sometimes it's your best friend, are dating someone way below their league. They're average looking with some personality flaw. Sometimes they're narcissists, sometimes they're full of themselves. But even then, your best friend know that that guy or that girl is a full of red flag. They still fall in love uncontrollably. It raised a question to me: why sometimes a person with a flaw make us find they're so charismatic, and sometimes we find person with flawed very disgusting. Eric Edison are the man who cracked the code of charisma. In the book Sorry Solution, he said, courage, unfair injury, skill, funny, just plain nice, in danger, loved by friend and family, hardworking and obsessed. If you fulfill 5 of them, it will make you become the next main character, despite you have a lot of different flaws. Let me give you a little background story of the book, Story Solutions. His job is a scriptwriter. He writes story to sell to movie producer and TV show producers. But in the early career, he often find a problem that he have a trouble grip producer's eye in the first couple pages. They are very busy. They see lots of script. If the first 2 pages don't grip their attention, it lose the producers and he cannot sell the stories. And the same thing that we actually face on the daily. When you go on the first date, you have a 2 hour to present yourself. Or you get into a networking event, you at most have an hour to talk about who you are. Despite you are a very great person with a lot of hidden gem, when you miss the opportunity of the first hour, you missed the relationship or networking opportunities. You may shock by the first step that Eric suggests to make a person or character attractive is actually show some flaw. He found that if it require a producer or audience to get hooked to the story or the person that you portray, you at least need to make them sympathize with the character. In one of the movies, Citizen Kane, he began the whole thing with, he have all the money in the world, but he's dying alone. The reason why is he have a difficult time to getting close with others emotionally. Or just simple movie that we all watched when we was younger, Shrek. Shrek is a person who will scare off others. But the reality is he is actually longing for love. The reason why he scared other people off is he is afraid of rejections. That actually explains a lot why some of your best friends fall in love with a person who are emotional unavailable. Because they find sympathetic with them. But only with the first step is not enough to make a person seem charismatic. You also need to balance with some strength with the character. The secret sauce of charismatic is a 9 strength trait of the character. And they are courage, unfair injury, skill, funny, just plain nice, in danger, loved by friends and families, hardworking, and obsessed. Follow the route of Breaking Bad, we can see why those traits are so powerful. First, unfair injury. The whole story begins with the main character, Walter White, the diagnosis of cancer that he no longer can be with his kid who actually need a lot of help. Second, in danger. In the very first couple episodes, they disclose that they actually have a problem with money. And soon enough, they have to sell the house. And the mother with a kids need a lot of help will be in danger. 3. Skills. Walter White is actually a chemistry teacher, and his chemistry was so good that he can make one of the purest drug in the whole TV show. 4th, courage. Despite before he's almost like a coward, but to save his family, set up a nice future for his kid, he decided to cook drugs and get in close with the gang member and get in touch with one of the ghetto students he used to have, Jesse Pinkman. And 5, hardworking. In Velvet in the first episode, you already can see how hardworking it is. A rushing van driving everywhere, the pants and the clothes is hanging on the side of the van. He come out butt naked with sweat, with a face mask on. 6th, loved by the family and friend. There is even a part that is a surprise party when he just returned home. And some people may say, yeah, but that is a TV series. It's easier said than done. But what if if in the reality, such a person actually exists, you will actually fall in love with them? Just imagine this scenario. Imagine your best friend tell you something about this new guy he's been talking to for a couple times named Ben. Yeah, he loved Ben because every time they hang out, Ben make her laugh. Or even the waitress or the front desk that Ben talked to, they also leave them a big smile on their face. Ben's very gentleman. He's nice to the waitress. He opened the door. He also cared about what you like and what you don't like. The favorite thing your best friend like about Ben is because he has the adventurous spirit. Every time he have a pay time off or big holidays, instead family reunion, he really like to drive around in the US and travel to different places. But the strange part about Ben is every time they hang out with a friend, from their conversation, you can tell that Ben used to be with a lot of women after he divorced. Especially that one time, your best friend get invited to a surprise party for Ben when he has his birthday. Everybody are shocked that he have a new girl. And when your best friend confronted Ben actually admitted he do have several girlfriends before your best friend. The reason why for it is because the mother never grew up with him. And that leave Ben have a difficult time to be emotional close with any woman he been around. And sometimes Ben have commitment issues. You probably in real life heard about this Ben person that have a commitment issues, that have a difficult time, and very good at getting to bed with the women. And as a third person, you will see a lot of red flag into that man. Your best friend just uncontrollably fall in love with this person with a red flag. The main reason why is what we mentioned. Ben have a dream. He's obsessed with travel. He working very hard. His family and friends love him. He have lots of courage by raising 2 kids and working 2 double shift. All of those characters, despite Ben have some red flag, it make people fall in love with him. And in the end, I just want to mention one thing. Some people after watching this video may say, okay, now next time when I go on a social setting or when I go on a date, I should show how much courage I have. I should talk much about how much my friend love me, how much my family love me. That's literally not what I suggest. The main reason why for it is because this 9 trait that you show has to be you have them. Otherwise, when you pretend you have them, you will seem as someone with low self-esteem. Just try to brag about yourself. That's why you see so much meme about dating a finance bro. All they talk about is how big project they're dealing and how much work they done. And leave people uncomfortable, despite it sounds like they are the main character in an early Bond movie. Why? Because Not only they're too perfect, they also show some tell that they're not confident in themselves, and they try to acting as another person, make you fall in love with them. And this not honest or kind of dissonance between your act and your words also show in TV show. For example, one of the most upsetting ending TV show is actually Game of Thrones. A person being winning people's heart by the kindness, in the end decide to kill everybody. That's when make people feel, what the heck? Are she acting all along? People have a great ability to call BS. When you talk and act differently, people can tell very easily. Go a mile deeper. The reason why people like person with flaw is because they have the courage to face their flaw. At least they believe themselves that they are lovable despite they have a flaw. But if you met a person, don't even think themselves are lovable, they try to acting like a different person than who they really are not. That's the time that people start getting iffy. And I hope you learned something today. That's all for today's video. My name is Paul. I will see you next time.